Hello everyone on YouTube, it's Xaldin here, the Magician Master 100, known as the Master of all Spellcasters. Well, it's been a while since I did a deck update on my Naruto Kunoichi Kimono's playmat, so I decided to do a deck update. And then, of course, it's been a while since I did a deck update on this deck. If you can tell by this video what it's called, that's right, I'm doing a deck update on my Fortune Ladies deck. So let's not waste any time, let's get started on this deck, shall we? Here we have 3 of the key card of the deck, Fortune Lady Light. As long as she was removed from the field by a card effect, you can special summon any Fortune Lady from your deck to the field. 3 Darks. Oh, you'll see that card anyway. Anyway, 3 Darks. Whenever a Fortune Lady destroys a monster by battle, you can automatically, special summon a Fortune Lady from your graveyard. Really good effect. 3 Fortune Lady Winds. Good for destroying spells and traps. Similar to Stratos' effect, except without the Elemental Heroes and the searching effect for, Elemental Heroes or any Fortune Lady. Anyway, for every Fortune Lady on your side of the field, that includes herself as well, you can automatically destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field for each Fortune Lady. So, for example, like you had 3 Fortune Ladies, you can automatically destroy up to 3 spells or traps. But of course, this monster's effect only works when she's normal summoned. So, anyway, 2 Fires, good for monster destruction and dealing damage as long as she was special summoned by the effect of a Fortune Lady. 2 Waters, good for, draw power, as long as she was special summoned. And of course, you have to control another Fortune Lady, except for another water, of course. Except for another water. Or except for water, of course. 2 Earth, good for also dealing damage. She gains a level, and of course, kind of like a powerhouse of the deck. 2 Effect Failures, good hand trap card. Hand trap. I don't use her for synchro summoning in this deck. I just use her for a hand trap because most of these decks these days use hand traps. Like, for example, Max Thief, Effect Failure. You probably understand what I'm saying about hand traps. Now for the trap card. Speaking of traps, 2 Inherited Fortunes. Good for special summoning 2 Fortune Ladies as long as a face of Fortune Lady monster you control was destroyed. 2 Binding Destinies. Oh, I keep drawing too many, cards when I'm doing this. Anyway, 2 Binding Destinies. Good, it's similar to Solemn Warning, not Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, except that you had to, all your monsters you control must be Fortune Ladies. You can't have, only a few Fortune Ladies and 1 non-Fortune Ladies. You gotta have all Fortune Ladies. And of course, it doesn't work on special summons or flip summons, only normal summons. And of course, the card's removed from play, and you also, your opponent automatically gets the card back to their, hand during the end phase of that turn. But that's okay. At least you negated it and prevented your opponent from having a game-changing card. Anyway, back to the deck. 2 Slip of Fortunes. Good for Fortune Lady Light, because, like I said about her effect, when she's removed from the field by a card effect, her effect will go off, so your opponent attacks Fortune Lady Light. You're like, okay, Slip of Fortune. Banish my Fortune Lady Light, and of course, I get her effect, and your target, your attack target's negated. And of course, she'll come back anyway. 1 Magic Cylinder, and 1 Solemn Warning. Just wanted to get the traps done and over with. Anyway, the Solemn Warning and Magic Cylinder is kind of self-explanatory. Now for the spell cards. I typed in these cards, spellbook cards. Only a couple of them. Not all of them, but just only a couple of them. Anyway, you don't have to run prophecies just to run spellbooks. You can just run plain spellbooks for this deck. Anyway, 3 powers for the good, giving what the Fortune Ladies need is power boost, and of course, if they destroy a monster in battle, they'll let you search for another spellbook. So you can search for another power or this other spellbook I'm going to show you. One spellbook of wisdom for now until I find another one. I have multiple spellbook of wisdoms, I will admit that, but however, they're in my other decks right now. But until I get another wisdom, I'm using Forbidden Dress for now. Just for now. Or I might use a Forbidden Lance. Either way. I'm probably gonna like switch around once in a while. I'm gonna use one magical dimensions. I might have two, maybe once in a while. But anyway, it's a very good card when you're using it on Fortune Lady Light, because you'll technically remove her from the field, and after that, you'll also be able to, special summon a spellcaster from your hand. Now, I've heard this ruling from Mr. 1 Spooky 4, but of course, I'll just sorry about that, folks. I didn't want my video being interrupted. Anyway, so about that ruling I was going to mention that Mr. 1 Spooky 4 mentioned. Remember, the monster that you're tributing for this effect does not have to be a spellcaster. It just only says you control a spellcaster, while you control a spellcaster. I mean, yes, this deck is all spellcasters, but that doesn't mean that, you don't have to control, you don't have to tribute a spellcaster to use this effect. You just have to control one. And you can just tribute any monster to use its effect. So, anyway. 2 Wonder Wands, good for, tributing Fortune Lady Light. I know I've been mentioning Fortune Lady Light, but, I mean, come on. It's Fortune Lady Light. She's a pretty good monster. So anyway, you can use this card on Fortune Lady Light. Equip her with it, after that, move from the field, draw 2, and then use her effect. 3 Time Passages. It's a pretty good card when you're using it on... Oh, just making sure... Oh, here we go. I thought so. Anyway, it's a pretty good card when you're using it on Fortune Lady Earth, because you'll increase her level by 3, and of course, deal 400 points of damage. So that's an instant 1200 right there, right off the back. Two Fortune's Futures, another good draw power card. So, I got like a grand total of, let's see, about like 6 draw powers in this deck. Like, counting the other copies of the exact card in the deck. So, anyway, pretty good draw power right here. Banishing a Fortune Lady, and then you'll be able to draw 2 cards. And finally, one of the other cards you need for Fortune Lady's deck is Future Visions. This is a really good card. When your opponent, normal summons a monster, and of course you as well. Normal summons, it's automatically moving the field, and of course during the next standby phase, you automatically get it back. So, yeah. Well, that's my video, folks. Sorry for not uploading videos in a while. Just, think about, what I want to do for my videos for now. And of course, seeing when the next Pokemon Core scans come out, so I can, review on them, because some of you guys actually like my Pokemon X and Y reviews. I might do another one soon. I might not. Who knows? You'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, like and favorite, subscribe today, and be part of the... I'm thinking of calling my subscribers the Wolf Pack, because my bro Christian calls his subscribers Dragon Legion Alliance. Oh, also, go check out his channel, subscribe to him, and join the Dragon Legion Alliance today. It will really help him out. And also, subscribe to the our channel, the Trading Card Bros, Music 1, Master 100, where we do, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vids. We also do tributes to Lunchtime with Smosh. And some of you guys actually really like our, the Bandlist Patrol video. You guys really like our Bandlist Patrol. So, anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.